Okay, Asia session took a weak trend breakout setup on gold. Gold on the weekly, we have a strong trend momentum bar over here that broke out above previous 3 month high, previous 6 month high, previous month high, and all the higher time frame breakout levels. 100% of the levels that I'm looking at on the weekly are bullish, and I'm basically just waiting for price to pull back, fake out a low, and then take buys to align myself with these higher time frame traders. So weekly bar is traded on the H1 or H2 execution time frame at the bottom there. Weekly bar is traded on the H1 or H2. So here on the H1, I can see that last week closed as a bullish breakout week. And then very early this week, we broke out above the previous week high. So once you break out above previous week high, I know that I'm looking for a trend breakout setup. So trend breakout setups, there are two different ways to enter this. The first one is the initial breakout. And what I'm looking for that is a narrow breakout range, consolidation between two levels, and then right before it breaks out, want to see price come down, fake out that consolidation low. Then I can take aggressive entries from down here, or I can take the safer breakout entry. Actually, all breakout entries are not safe. They're all risky, but this would be the typical breakout entry. If for whatever reason I don't take that setup, or I don't see it, or if I miss it, I'm basically just waiting for price to pull back, fake out the momentum time frame low, and then take the continuation trade back up to the highs. So in the case of gold, we broke out above previous week high, and at this point, I'm waiting for price to pull back and fake out the momentum time frame, which is the daily. Want to see a previous day low fake out, but I did not get that. Broke out above previous day high, came back down, did not fake out the previous day low, and continued to break out. Broke out the high again, and then today is the first time this week that price came down and triggered that previous day low. So right at 8 a.m., this is the start of my session in Asia to trade Forex pairs as well as metals. And right at 8 a.m., price came down, triggered that previous day low. And so once that happened, the indicator in the Discord let me know. We got alert here, gold weak trend breakout setup. So at this point, I know that I'm looking for the second trade in the trend breakout. So had a quick look at gold and saw that right at the H4 bar, this one right here, we're at the low of the range. You can see that on the M3 as well. This is where I trade this H4 bar. We're right at the low of that range. And I also saw on the H1, we were at the low of a range as well. There was an inside bar that creates a range. Right here, inside bar, this creates a range. Previous bars, highs and lows becomes the range. And then price came down, triggered that previous day low, and right at the low of the range. And essentially, I was just waiting for price to get back above that range level. And I could see that range on the M1 where I trade this H1 bar. So we're at the high range, low range, and price at 8 a.m., price came down, got below the low of the range, and eventually got back up. So once it triggers these momentum timeframes, I'm looking for, well, typically I'm looking for a breakout alignment pattern, which is here, either the reversal, continuation, or pullback. But since I did identify that I was at low of ranges, I'm instead looking to trade my range patterns. And it doesn't matter what type of range it is, whether it was created by an inside bar, outside bar, or two opposite facing fake out bars. I prefer to trade at the low of the range and keep my stop loss at the edges. And I'm looking for reversal patterns here. And reversals, when you have healthy momentum, 99% of the time, this is the one that's going to show up, the reversal pattern, breaking out below the low, faking out the low for the breakout reversal, and then the safe entry is the flip of the breakout level, which in this case is a false breakout move. So that's exactly what happened here. We're at the low of the range. Let me draw this range again. Range low. Price came down right at 8 a.m., went to the M1, and I saw that price came down right at the low of the range. Did not want to time any reversals from down here. Could see that the M15 breakout level is over here, and I just waited for price to get back above. Indicator lets me know exactly which bar I should be entering on. This is a breakout reversal. This is the aggressive entry. Safer entry is the false breakout move. So I entered straight away. Stop loss at the edge of the range at the lows. And my first target, well, technically for the trend breakout setup, I want to be trading this all the way back up to the high of the move. But because we also have a fake out day, yesterday closed as a bearish fake out day, there's no guarantee that price is going to get above the fake out level, the previous day's fake out level. So took partials here when price came up and triggered the high. Actually, I took it just a little below that. It faked out the H8 high over here and came back down. So I ended up taking about 2R on this one. Didn't want to risk all the profit I made just to make that little bit. So took my partials when price triggered that H8 high, but want to hold my runners up to the previous day high, which would be a 6.5R basically move. And so that's how I got into gold Asia session based off the weekly. It's a week trend breakout. Price came down, faked out the previous day low. This is the setup. And I took this on the edge of the range, but I could also see this as a trend reversal setup. We have a bearish breakout bar on the H1 that closed outside of this range. Technically, it closed outside of that range. And so we have higher time frame bullish bias. And so I can also see this as a trend reversal, bearish breakout with higher time frame trend. I want to see price come down, fake out the low, look for reversal patterns, and then take that move back up. So could see this many different ways. I could see it as a range trade. I could see it as an H1 trend reversal, range trade on the H4. And even on daily, we have a bullish breakout followed by a bearish fake out. This is a trend continuation pattern as well. Bullish breakout followed by a bearish fake out. So we broke out above, closed in breakout, faked out the previous day high, came back down and closed as a bearish fake out. And then I want to see price fake out the low to take it back up. So we have the breakout of the high, and then next bar faked out the high for that bearish fake out. And then I want to see price come down, fake out the low, and take it back up. So lots of confluence on this trade. Could see it many different ways, but the initial idea was the trend breakout. The second trade on this one. All right, so that's what I took. Took 2R in this one, and let's see if this continues up. But otherwise, I am happy with this trade and moving on.